without further ado, you guys, Rhett Butler.
Thank you so much, Brandy. Thank you, Kiani. That was amazing. I'm going to be a little raw because I like to get right to the core and to the heart. And I'm hoping today that you guys feeling rich. I'm going to fill your spirit up so full. But here's what I'm going to do today. Today, we're going to talk about something I call brand power. I'm going to teach you how to harness the power of your brand. Everybody's going to give you, and many experts, which we've been labeled appropriately, thank you, are going to give you strategies. But I want to start at the foundation level with you. What I like to do with folks is get to the core and the root. So my first question is, by show of hands, who knows what the word branding means? What is branding to you?
That means branding is you. You are your brand. You are your personal brand. Everything you do, everywhere you go, everywhere you speak, anything you do in person, you are your brand. If you don't remember that you are the brand first, you will lose your brand.
Okay. I saw a hand in the back, sir.
I was going to say your brand is your identity, not separate from you, but when you're not present. So if somebody looks at something, they get a chance to see your energy, your creativity, your persona, your character in that particular emblem, whether it's a logo, whether it's a word, whether it's a statement. One of those things, that becomes the brand. We all know what Coca-Cola is, but if I said, oh, what a feeling, we all know that, what goes with that. So that's what a brand is.
Thank you, sir. I'll take one more. Yes, sir.
An impression made to last.
Ooh. Poignant. Look at your. Ooh. We heard you. We felt you. But guess what? I'm going to stand up for this one. The word branding, and please don't forget this. If you get anything from me today, this is the gift I'm giving you. The word brand means one thing. It's one word only. And that one word is perception. Perception is the ability to see, hear, or become aware of something through the senses. Perception synonyms are recognition, awareness, consciousness, appreciation, realization, knowledge, grasp, understanding, comprehension, apprehension, formal cognizance, our perception of our own limitations, a way of regarding, understanding, or interpreting something, a mental impression, idea, conception, notion, thought, belief, judgment, estimation. Rhett, why are you telling me these words? I know what perception means. Because everybody said a derivative of branding, but nobody told me what you're actually doing. You're leaving an impression. You're creating a perception. So yes, a logo, a wrap vehicle, but that has nothing to do with what you're trying to actually make me feel. You're just delivering something that you think will make me see you. But I haven't felt you yet. So what you have to work on, folks, and I saw all the hands go up for all the business owners, is you need to first and foremost understand, who are you and what are you selling me? Is it authentic? Do I believe you? Or is it slick and inauthentic? Because you all can tell the difference, and so can we. Oh my God, I feel like church right now, Brandon. You see what I just did? I told you. They thought I was lying. I stood up, I said one word, and they actually thought I was playing whole games. Let's go. Perception is our sensory experience of the world around us and involves both recognizing environmental stimuli and actions in response to these stimuli. Yo, this is so powerful. Through the perceptual process, we gain information about properties and elements of the environment that are critical to our survival. Think about a purchase you're trying to have somebody make. A mirror. I know you make juices, correct? What are you trying to give them? It sounds like nourishment to me. It sounds like something wholesome. That means there's a whole lifestyle attached to your one product, correct? If you put something in a certain bottle, I might think that you're cheapening the way I want to consume the juice. People shop with brands emotionally. I don't care if it tastes good. Draw me in first. Who are you? A narrative is everything. It is the foundation building block. Why? Because you're telling the story of who you are. I want to buy into you, and then the derivative is that I exited through your gift shop. Does that make any sense? Okay. Perception not only creates our experience of our world around us, but it allows us to act within our environment. You're curating people's lives. This is lifestyle. You think you're selling things. I think you're giving me a reason to live. Oh, God, Brandy, you heard I was two. Okay. I'm trying to let you know something right now. I'm giving you foundation. We can find a slick graphic designer after. I see two right here. What's up, Jeremy? What's up, Sherry? We're not going to get to that because before you get to this young lady or that young man, you got to let me know you know who you're talking to. And I think a lot of you guys are selling things and aren't talking to people through the sale. That's 3, Brandy. That's 3. Make me understand that when I look at this thing or touch this thing in this sense, excuse me, that it's reminiscent of what I'm used to. Put me back in my comfort zone. Don't be slick with me. Give me something real, whatever that means per business. If we sit one-on-one, I'm sure I'll get in the weeds with you. Sight, when I look at this, it has to feel like I know this already, and I know this brand. I might have never tasted it, but there's something about it that's making me drawn to it, and I want to stick with this. Sound, same thing. Everything has to be right. Taste, smell. Last I checked, you guys are looking for money from other people. You're not paying yourself for these services or products, correct? So why are you guys marketing to yourself? Every time I talk to an entrepreneur, you know what they tell me? Because, my next thing I'm going to do is, then I'm going to do it like that, and then I'm going to market it like this. And you know what I say to them? But is that what your customer wants? Because I see a lot of entrepreneurs pleasing themselves through the marketing process. And they're not talking to the client or potential customer. Who are you talking to? Foundational, right? Because only when you understand your foundation can you know your tribe. Let me tell you something right now, folks. Stop trying to be Coca-Cola. You're not going to reach everybody. You don't have enough skin in the game, and you haven't been around long enough, and your money might not be that long. And if it is that long, stop testing the market that way. Get a core base of people that get it because you get you. And once you get those folks, let everybody else run tell that, and then it's going to exponentially grow for you. There has to be a bit of patience involved here, folks, because the process of creating retention and customers also involves you being consistent. Work on your consistency first while being authentic. There's a lot of different things you have to do here. Being a business owner is difficult, but we don't say hard because all things are surmountable. We call them challenges because that'll get you up in the morning and go conquer that, right? What are their habits? What are they thinking about? Again, I got to always bring this back to, I talk to so many business owners, and for me, I hear a lot of me, my, what. I don't really care. Whenever you sit in front of me, I'm going to ask you one thing. What does your customer want? Your vision might not match theirs, even if your product matches their taste. I'm sorry. I didn't make the world this way. God made people. But there's commonalities across lifestyles. Your job is to figure out how to ebb and flow within their daily motion. That normally comes with authenticity because then there's a trust, a symbiotic relationship. You have to create a symbiosis. It's 100% like getting married, y'all. I hate to break it to you. And divorce rates are high right now. Okay, so you want to keep this customer. Once you get them, stay authentic, stay consistent. Know your bedrock and your foundation. Why? Because once you start that, why would you go a different route? You already have your foundation. Again, key branding tenets. C, hearing you. They can't hear you. If you're marketing at them and not to them or with them, they can't even hear what you're saying. I don't care how much money you spend boosting ads. It means nothing. You want to take the awareness route. Be aware of what your actual target audience is looking for and wants. So you got to ask yourself these things. Who is your target audience? Who is your target audience? How do you want to be perceived by your target audience? Not how you want mama and them that supported you to perceive you. How do you want your target audience to feel when they see what you're selling? How can you control the narrative in your space, in your industry? What story do you have? Everybody here has a unique journey. Tell me that, and then I'll find my way to whatever you have. Because I'm going to more or less be more inspired by that component when there's many other brands competing for your market share. And that's okay, because the other competitors can't compete with my storyline. It's mine. Are you in control of your encounters? Some people try to coalesce and mix and mingle with your brand, and you're so eager to make some money that you're going to do it even if you guys are not brand compatible. Start paying attention and start having a little bit of boundaries. I said it's like marriage. Start having brand boundaries. Not everybody's brand's going to mix and mingle or co-mingle with yours the right way. You're looking for visibility. Understood. That's also called desperation. Start being a little more clear about who's talking to you and how you want to work with them. What is the first impression you give when I interact with your brand? Very important, because the first might be the last. Who here knows Janet Jackson's song, The Pleasure Principle? There's not a lot of hands in here. The pleasure principle, it's my girl, man. Rock with you. I call it the perception principle. Define your brand value. Write this down. Come on, yo. I know I'm playing with you, but you gotta write it down. The perception principle. Define your brand value. Okay. Identify your key branded attributes. These are the principles that are gonna help your perception. Once you identify your key branded attributes, market them. That's what you market. Find your voice. Define the narrative of your brand, and consistency is the key. Authenticity. How real are you? Do you know yourself? How many of us have done a self-check? Were you mad at yourself? I'm gonna ask you, were you mad at yourself? You saw some inconsistencies? Okay, I can keep it real. Hella inconsistent. But you know what? I realized that's what's blocking the blessing. Because my approach might not feel real because I'm not good within myself to even resonate the sale to you. There's a little bit of Jedi mind scenarios happening here, right? But at the same time, what we're really saying is, do I trust you enough to purchase from you? Because you do that every day with your daily purchases. So what makes you different? Because you're the seller now. Nothing changed. It's just you're on the other side of the counter. When keeping it real goes right, you know yourself. You're able to sell authentically. You know your brand. You treat your brand like a baby. Everybody here grows their child to go and have a great life. The brand is the same way. We're going to put our child in the best daycare, the best schools. We're going to graduate them up, all kind of extracurricular activities. This is what you do for your children. Make sure your brand does the same. You guys are here right now doing a good job for your brand. When keeping it real goes wrong, stop selling me. Let me choose to work with you. And I will keep coming back because guess what? I'm comfy. It's a relationship. Manage it accordingly, please. Brand boundaries. Please differentiate between your brand and somebody else's, especially when going into partnerships or any kind of mergers because you think you guys are in the same business. It's very, very real because sometimes it can get muddled. And if you don't have your narrative correct and have your authenticity correct, now people are confused on not only who to follow, but both of you guys are looking for crazy. Crazy. But I wanted to give you guys some energy. I appreciate these good folks, but I wanted to make sure you understood the foundation is where we lie and where we start, and I thank you so much for this time.